Hey guys, Danny with X-Hover here, and in this video we're going to talk about our most affordable RTF drone kit. This is basically a kit ready to get you started in FPV. Every single drone is hand built here in our X-Hover warehouse. We go through a strict checklist, check solder, check voltage, everything. Make sure you guys have a perfect drone out of the box. Basically in this video we're going to talk about installing your props, getting your transmitter ready to go. When you purchase RTF, all this is already done here in-house to make sure you get a best experience ever. Just take the drone out of the box, fly it, and you're good to go. Basically, all you need to do is make sure these battery packs are charged. We do not charge these here. You'll have to charge these with the provided charger. So in this video, we're gonna go through everything, getting your props on, getting to know your transmitter, your goggles. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you purchased this kit, thank you so much. I hope this video finds it helpful for you in getting started in your first flight. So thanks so much, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, guys, once you have your drone unpackaged here, you're gonna have your hardware, and there's gonna be a sticker on top of the drone that tells you the orientation. So the FPV camera's in the front. It'll show you that, where the props go, and so forth. So to make things easy on installing your props, we included these stickers on the motors. You just got to make sure you remove these stickers before you install your props. So there's clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. These two are exactly the same, so whichever prop you put on here, you need to put on here, the bottom right. That just makes it a little easier. So, and also on the sticker, you're going to see an R. Some props at the end of the number, they're going to have the letter R, which just makes it a little bit easier. Or another way you can tell is clockwise is going to have the leading edge to the right. Counterclockwise is going to have the leading edge to the left. So go ahead and remove the stickers, install the props. There you got your props installed. Make sure you put on your prop nuts. Make sure you tighten these up before your flight. I've seen occasions where props fly off just because the prop nut isn't installed right. So we'll get these installed, tightened up, then we'll move on and make sure you get a freshly charged pack. You should get a charger included. Make sure you charge your pack before your first flight. All right guys, charging your battery is pretty simple. Once you remove your battery charger out of the box, you're gonna get this connector. It goes from a Deans to an XT60. Simply plug it in. It's gonna be positive, negative. Plug in your XT60 connector here. Plug in your balance lead. As soon as you plug in this balance lead, it's going to start charging. So you can see there, it turned red. So that's pretty much it. Now the battery is charging. Once this turns green, you're pretty much fully charged up and you're ready to go on your first flight. All right guys, once you got your battery all charged up, one thing I personally like to do is I like to get the transmitter and the quad without the props. Make sure you remove the props, especially if you're indoors or you're testing anything out. Always remove your props. If you're not flying or you're testing something out. You just never know with these things. I like to tell people, treat it as a loaded gun. Just always be careful. That's our number one thing. And another thing is always turn on your transmitter first, then your drone, and then do the opposite when you land and you're ready to turn it off. Always turn off your drone first, then your transmitter. So let's go ahead and turn on the transmitter here, plug in the battery. You'll hear a series of tones. Those are going to be the last tones, which means you're pretty much ready to fly. You're going to see there's going to be an arm sticker on the radio, whether you get Spectrum, FR Sky, whichever radio, we're going to have an arm sticker on here. This is going to be your arm switch to arm the quad, pretty much get ready to fly. So go ahead and flick this up. You'll see the motor start to spin. Everything looks good. So now we're going to throw on the props. Check the video. You can check the video on the goggles. So we'll do that next here. Put this to the side. Take the goggles out of the box. If you get these goggles or Fat Sharks or any type of goggles, we always open them up just to test the video on them. Make sure you're not getting anything faulty. Install your antenna. For the sake of this video, we're not going to install it on these goggles. I'm just going to turn on the screen, turn on the quad so you guys can get an idea of what that looks like. Take off this lens cap. So there you go. Now you see we have video. Next step is to get this quad, take it outside, and kind of give you guys a small tutorial of how you want to hover it, what the controls do. So on your radio, there's going to be your throttle, yaw, or rudder, roll, and pitch. So next step is we're going to go outside, test fly this, give you guys some pointers on what to do, what not to do, and hopefully you can have your first successful flight. All right guys, once you have your quad set up, everything looks good, everything checks out. You want to go to, for your first flight, I highly suggest going somewhere extremely open. Sorry about the truck. I highly suggest going somewhere extremely open, maybe like a wide open park, no people, no pets, nothing, just you, when you start practicing. One of the things is you don't know how you're going to be your first time, if the quad's going to drift one way or the quad's going to drift the other way. That's something I recommend, just going to a wide open area where you can just practice as much as you can. These things are pretty durable, so they're not going to break as easily. If you're up there and you panic, you can disarm and it'll go down. That's a big thing. As soon as you crash, always make sure you disarm. I can't stress that enough. Reason being is if you crash and you don't disarm and the props are still spinning, most likely you're going to cause one of those ESCs to cause failure, and then you're going to have a motor that's not working, or you're going to possibly catch a fire. So always disarm when you crash, as soon as you crash. So now we're going to do a test flight, make sure everything works fine. And like I said, make sure you're a big open area. So let's do a test flight on here, see how she flies. So we arm the quad, prop start spinning. Slowly give it throttle. If this is your first flight, slowly give it throttle, get a feel for the quad, see how it feels. And do small stick movements, really small stick movements. If it starts drifting to the left, roll to the right. One of the biggest things I tell everyone when they're first starting, try to hover in one spot. So as you can see, I'm just hovering in one spot here. Just practice doing this, because there's going to be times where you're going to come in and you're going to have to land and it's just kind of all over the place. But if you practice hovering in small spots at a time, you'll get really good at it and landing is not going to be an issue. So you can see the quad is performing really good. Another big nice thing is always try to practice line of sight. That means practicing without the goggles. Once you feel comfortable with the quad, put on the goggles and then you can go for your first long flight. So you can see the quad is performing really nice here. Like I said, every quad is test flown and built here at the X-Hover warehouse in California, and no issues at all. Has tons of punch there. So far it's hovering really nice, guys. So yeah, it just takes a lot of practice. Just practice hovering in one spot. Once you're good at that, you can throw on the goggles. And like I've mentioned before, always make sure, if this is your last flight, always make sure to disconnect your quad. Once you disconnect your quad, then turn off the radio. So that's about it, guys. Hope this video helped out. If you guys have any questions, if you've already made a purchase and you have any questions, feel free to send us an email to support@xhover.com or give us a phone call. If you already made your purchase, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we can't wait to check out your flight footage that you get with this quad. That's pretty much it, guys. And if you want a specific build that we don't have on the website, send us an email or give us a phone call. We're always happy to do custom builds. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this video helps out, and can't wait to see your flights.